Right, guys, today I'm going to be talking to you about 10 things I do when I'm bored. Number 1, I learn some languages. Yes, that's right, that might surprise you a little bit actually, but I do learn languages, and the reason it might surprise you is purely because I've never said it before, I've never come out of it. I sort of keep those sort of things on the down low because, you know, no point boasting about it. And I'm not saying I'm like brilliant at anything, but when I'm bored, I tend to learn some languages just, to pass the time. Es muy caro, no lo quiero. Me gustaría una cerveza frío. That's the most important one you can learn there, by the way, guys. Konnichiwa, hajime mashite, sayonara. Tau nisayo, iho deseo. I think, anyway, it's something like that. So parle un po' italiano, sai parle italiano. Wischen friend, wo ist die Lufthafen alstublief? Dankjewel. As you can see there, I can talk a few languages. My knowledge isn't really that great, I'm going to be honest, with any of those languages. Like, the best knowledge of mine is in Spanish by far, because I've been learning it for a good 5-6 years or something like that. But for a while I sort of gave up a bit. But yeah, I sort of learn languages now and then, and obviously with me learning about 6 or 7 languages at once, it sort of does take a while for me to learn anything. But when I'm really extremely bored, I end up learning some languages. Number 2, I watch films. Yes, it's pretty simple. I mean, most people do it. I mean, you get bored, what do? You watch a film. Some of the films I've watched recently: Kingsman, The Secret Service, brilliant film. Need for Speed, the one with Aaron Paul, brilliant film. I've watched TV shows such like Breaking Bad, Dexter, Third Rock from the Sun. I've been watching recently actually Idiot Abroad, the Ricky Gervais show, which is like the podcast with the animated series on the top. I just watch absolutely shitload of films, TV shows and everything, and I love it. I love watching films and everything. I just love being able to do that with my time. So yeah, I mean, that's another thing I do with my free time when I get bored and everything. I don't really know how else to explain it, just there. Number 3, it's something I don't really do that often, to be honest with you, so I'm actually not that good at it. But I do like to do it at the same time because it's just a lot of fun, and that is to learn the guitar. I've got a basic guitar, it's nothing fancy, seriously, it's really out-tuned and everything, but my guitar here, simple, fancy, no, it's not fancy, but yeah, it's just an average guitar. I've even forgotten the lead, it's still at my parents' house, so I can't even play it through an amp. But yeah, I mean, it's just a guitar, I guess. If for you people who play guitar out there, you know how to play it. You know how to play it a lot better than I do. Seriously, I'm really shit. See if you understand that tune there. Yeah, I'm just gonna, purely because I can't play or bust into any tunes. This is a. Even if I could play like a tune, it's out of tune anyway, and people won't get it. So yeah, that's just something that I do, when I'm that bored, but I'm into the music mood. Which brings me into number 4, which is listening to music. Now, obviously, I've been listening to music about as long as I've been living. I love music so much. My music taste has changed so much since I was a little kid. When I was young, I used to listen to, things like Five, for instance. Like, a lot of people don't know them now. But Five was a pretty good band, especially when I was young. I just liked the beat of it and everything. I grew up, I started liking rock and stuff, hence why I wear like a hard rock shirt right here, and I wear like certain band shirts, throughout videos and stuff, just in my average life. Like how I dress in my videos is literally how I dress in normal life. I don't really put in an effort to dress any differently. So yeah, I listen to rock. I mean, to name a few bands, I don't even know who to name, to be honest, System of a Down, Rammstein, Slipknot, Stone Sour. You get the picture, that sort of genre of music. Don't get me wrong, I like a lot of other genres of music. I like everything from like Eminem, love Eminem, like just gotta say it there, Eminem, 50 Cent, you know, a few of the songs I don't mind. I mean, I listen to Lethal Bizzle, I listen to, yeah, Pendulum, Prodigy, Chasing Status, anything, you know. I mean, I'll even listen to classical music, I'll listen to a bit of Beethoven or whatever, you know, if I'm in the mood for it, that is. I'll listen to like Beatles or Richard Cheese or Weird Al Yankovic or just anything I'm in the mood for. But yeah, I've got like I would say like quite a broad mind of music, and I just like to listen to whatever. Probably why I like to play music that I'm not good at, I like to play music as well as listen to it. It's why in a lot of my videos I've got also backtracking music, because it just sort of sets the mood for a lot, and I love the way that music sets moods. Number 5, and we're halfway through the list. What do I like to do if I'm bored as shit, which I normally get now as I've got no internet for the meantime. If I'm bored at number 5, I go on a drive. Pretty simple, you know, you're young, you've got your own car, you have like friends and stuff, you know, you want to go visit them, you live like about 45 minutes, an hour drive away, you know, depending on, why not go on a drive? You know, you got all this free time, you got all this free will, you know, use it to your potential, go on a drive. Experience everything, you know. I love driving and I love the freedom that you get from driving, so yeah, I mean, there's nothing else to say about that really. You know, I drive a fairly decent car, so yeah, I mean, I'm lucky to have that, and I'm really happy that I'm able to drive, and I've been driving since the age of 17, I'm now almost 20. So yeah, I mean, it's a great gift, and anyone who goes to learn to drive, seriously, it's the best thing you could do as a young, like, you know, young teenager, I guess. As soon as you could do it, I would recommend doing it. You know, it's simple as that. Driving is awesome. You've got so much more to do, and you just do it a lot more. You get really lazy when you do it, but you love your freedom. Number 6. This ties in with sort of the first one about learning languages, I guess. But I love, and absolutely love, to experience traveling. I travel a lot. I go to as many countries as I can. At the very least, if I can travel, I will plan trips, and I will plan for literally like 20 years ahead or something. So like, I've put down a list on my phone at the moment of like lists. It's a list of countries I'd like to go to, and you just read out a few of the countries I'd like to go. I'd like to go to Japan, Australia, New Zealand, America. I've been to America before, but I'd like to experience all 50 states, so this is why I put it down. I'd like to go to like places like Russia, Egypt, and Korea, you know, etc. There's a lot more places on there. But, I mean, I just love to travel. It broadens the mind. You get to experience a lot more of your life. And seriously, you have so much more stories to tell when you've got so much more experience than someone who's laid in the bed all day doing nothing, like some of the friends that you know. So yeah, traveling is great, and if you can't travel, just at least plan out a trip, even if you never actually get to go on it. You know, it gets you to think about traveling and stuff and what you would do if you're on a trip, and yeah, just travel. God's sake, if you're young, travel. Number 7 is probably one of the ones that I should have done further up the list, but to be fair, this list isn't in really any particular order. But number 7, I love to play my Xbox. I love to play games in general. If I could find a game on my laptop or, you know, on the Xbox store or anything, you know, I'll play it. You know, I'll give games a go. So yeah, I mean, like, I love to play on my Xbox, and it's why I've got like a YouTube gaming channel. Well, mainly gaming anyway. And my channel before was purely gaming. There was nothing else but gaming on there, and it was just loads of gaming. So yeah, gaming. Number 8, experiment on Photoshop and Premiere Pro and any other editing software that you can. So, especially for things like YouTube, you see a lot of YouTubers who you know, they're good at their editing, I guess, but then it comes to the thumbnail, it's not quite as good, or it could be even be the other way around, or whatever. Anyway, as a YouTuber, and especially someone who wants to become bigger on YouTube, I want to, you know, put everything I can into these videos that I do. I don't want them to be half-ass or anything. I want them to be the full load. So, experimenting on Photoshop or Premiere Pro is a great way to get yourself familiarized with the programs. I mean, like, to do like hours of editing basically on the programs or whatever. You get used to them so much, you know what you're doing. So if you come around to doing a thumbnail for a YouTube video, you know what you're doing on Photoshop. If you come around to doing an actual video on Premiere Pro, again, you'll know what you're doing, you know how to edit, you know how to cut, at least if you're doing it basically. I edit on there. I sometimes mess around with like After Effects and some other programs, but they're the ones I mainly use purely because I've got a good grasp of them now, so it's easy enough for me to actually mess around and experiment, and I know if I go wrong how to, you know, go back on them and everything. But yeah, again, if you're looking to be like anywhere in the business of YouTube or anything online that involves graphics, visuals or anything, experiment on Photoshop and Premiere Pro. It will help you a lot, seriously, in just everything. You know, the way to do anything is just to practice and experiment, and that's it basically. When I'm bored, might as well experiment, and that's what I do with my thumbnails, and that's why I've got a thumbnail for almost every one of my videos. Number 9. And I'm surprised I haven't actually said this one yet. Record a YouTube video, or at least, if I can't do that, come up with an idea that I can do in a few weeks' time, or in a few years' time or something. So for YouTube, it's like one of these platforms where now you need like a great idea to become like an individual channel. You can't just go onto a YouTube channel, go find someone like Syndicate or KSI, for instance. Oh, they've done a video, I'll copy that idea. Because you're not going to get a lot of video views, especially if you haven't got any other special, unique selling points, basically. So for YouTube and stuff, what you want to do is, if you can't do a video, at the very least, jot down some ideas and some like, I don't know, like, it's like how an artist, if they're writing music, they won't just write a whole song in one go unless they're like genius. What they'll do, when like a lyric pops into their head, they'll write it down. Like when another lyric pops in their head, like an hour later or a day later, they'll write it down again. Eminem is well known for doing such thing. But anyway, and eventually you've got like a song that you could craft out of all those lyrics. Same thing for this basically. I've got here, I'm not going to go into depth here, but I've got like a list. I can't even see it there. Yeah, okay, so I've got like a list of like, you know, that's only a short list. I've got a few, but that's a short list of things on my iPhone I've got that's ready to be put out there on YouTube. But some of the videos are ideas that I'll do when I've got like a certain audience mass, so I won't do them until I've got like a certain amount of subscribers, otherwise it would be a bit pointless to do. Other video ideas I've got for me to do when I feel like they're ready to come out. I've got other video ideas ready for when a particular game comes out, so like Black Ops 3 I've mentioned before, I've written stuff down like to do the campaign, to do zombies, and that might seem very simple, but a lot of the time people tend to head towards one aspect, either multiplayer, single player, the campaign, or zombies. What I want to do is try and cover all of them. But yeah, by having it all covered, you're safe. By having it written down, you're safe and you won't forget. That's the way I see it anyway. But hopefully it sort of goes onto my work and my videos are actually watched for it. And finally, number 10, probably the main one of them all, really, in a way, because most buy this. Number 10, do anything, do something with your life. Seriously, if you're not doing anything with your life, then what's the point of living it? You get a certain amount of time, let's say about 80 years to live your life. That's every day ticking down, and you've got less and less each day to live your life. So why not live it to the full? I've only figured that out really in the last few years, and within the last year I've put it into practice. I've done loads of things this year, and I'll release more things of like a year video at the end of the year of what I've actually done. But just to give you an idea of some of the things I've done this year, I've been to New York, I've been to Amsterdam, France, Germany, I've been to Belgium, I've met a few people. You know, here's a picture of me meeting Rhoda Shaw, and now here's a picture of me meeting Boris Johnson. Now I'm not saying that, you know, that's purely because I've gone out my way to meet them. With Boris Johnson, it's the funniest thing ever. It's when I was in New York and I was in the airport flying home. He just happened to be there in the airport, in the bookstore. And my mate said to me, he was like, that's Boris Johnson over there. And I was like, you're chatting shit. That's just some old dude who looks like Boris Johnson. So upon further inspection, I looked at him and I was like, shit, that does actually look a bit like him. We walk over to him. My mate said to him, excuse me, are you Boris Johnson? He's like, well, yes, I am. And we're like, that's pretty cool. Might as well get a picture with you, you know. So yeah, got a picture with him. One of my mates got like a selfie, which I thought was pretty weird, you know. But yeah, I mean, each to their own. Road ashore, I mean, I met him at Insomnia. He's the only one I got a picture with, though I got the chance to sort of meet all the sidemen at some point. He was the only one that I actually got a picture with. I don't actually know why. It's sort of one of those things you forget to do. But yeah, I mean, the experience is there with you. Here's me meeting Corey Taylor from Slipknot, and I did actually meet most of the members from Slipknot when I did a meet and greet. I went up to Glasgow in January as like a Christmas present from my dad. Me and my brother met Slipknot. We met 5 of the members. If you know Slipknot, I'll quickly just cover it. You know, we met Corey Taylor, Chris Fenn, Sean Crahan, Jim Root, and Sid Wilson. I'll display all the 5 photos just here, just so you can see quickly. And I'm not trying to show off or anything before you try and say or anything like that, you know. I'm purely showing you this because it's the things you do when you're bored, but this is more of a just live your life, experience everything. Before 2015, I hadn't had any of these memories, and there's a lot more than this that I've done. Like, I saw QI live, and I saw like Stephen Franz, people like that. But anyway, just experience everything, alright? Live your life to the full, and you'll honestly love your life a lot better. I realised that this year, and there's reasons why I've done what I've done this year. I won't go into it now, but there's reasons why I've been so busy this year. But yeah, anyway guys, this video's gone on for quite a while, so I'll leave you there. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. It's my first countdown of top 10 or anything. If you enjoyed it, please let me know, and I'll do more top 10s of things like games and everything. I don't really have the ideas at the moment, but yeah, I mean, let me know if you enjoyed it. I'll do top 10s of something else in the future. Purely did this video today just to get you to know me a bit better. I'm fairly new at YouTube on this channel. I mean, like I've said before, I've had my other channel, my older channel, but only a certain few people saw it. I mean, we had about 1 million views, but I mean, yeah, only about 4,000 subscribers. So yeah, I've done this video just so you can get to know me a bit better, and hopefully you appreciate that and you take that into account, and I'll stop the video there. So thank you for watching guys, please comment, rate and subscribe, and as always I'll see you next time. Peace out.